Yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC Sacramento Fluffy versus RoboCop. That's what the poster should say. We back with another breakdown of a card, thankfully away from 3:30. This time in Sacramento, that is. Okay, it's not the greatest in the world. The order's pretty bad, and it's not far from being an Apex card, but it's okay. It has some good things about it. No Team Alpha Male guys or Faber trained guys, which is shockingly stupid, kind of like what did last week with Philly. But outside of that, it's an okay card. Main event's great, as we know. Everything else is what it is, some good, some bad, and should be an alright trip to Sacramento. First time since 2019 when Aspen Ladd and Jermaine Durand main evented, which I know that sounds stupid now, but you know, it made sense at the time. And yeah, see what happens. Can't be any worse than 3:30, right? I think this card will be fine. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be on the level of Serbia and the Sal Killed card, etc. But I think it'll be like a pretty fine card. We don't really remember too much by the end of the year, but it will be decent when we talk about it here. So that's about that. Yeah, not really much more I can say. Is there anything else to add? No, not really. 13 fights from Sacramento. I'm ready to break them down, some good, some bad, and let's get into it, shall we? As we begin with a fight I am not thrilled about, because as a fighter I'm not a fan of, and a terrible fighter, and well, they're both terrible, but one I'm not a fan of, and the other is just, why is she still here? We have to open the card in Sacramento in the women's strawweight division. We have Chanel the Nightmare Dyer versus Elise Reed. You know, I could have went a long time without an Elise Reed return, but she is back. First time since May of last year. Chanel Dyer, not great at all, obviously. What is there really to say here? Chanel Dyer, the UFC wants her to be a thing. They signed her off an embarrassing loss to Carol Froyo. Again, getting signed off a 29-27 loss is definitely interesting. But then she debuted, beat Ravena Oliveira, which I think everyone has at this point, and now she somehow gets a step up to Elise Reed. You know, how is Elise Reed a step up from anybody? Yeah, I think Chanel Dyer's garbage until, well, no, she just is. Like, Froyo's good, but Dyer got exposed and shouldn't be signed. She has losses to Shauna Bannon on her amateur record. Like, she's fucking terrible. Like, I get she's British, you need to sign her. You can't find a better British female? Where's Kennedy Freeman already? It's like, this fucking stupid that she's even here. And someone who is silly to still be here is Elise Reed with a 4-5 UFC record. Back for the first time in over a year and a half, pretty much. Yeah, she's terrible. She's won every fight after a loss and lost every fight after a win. Her last two wins, Jinyu Fry, Jessica Panay. She also beat, I forget who else she beat, but she's obviously taken ass beatings to Denise Gomes, Lupi Godinez, and Luma Lupume. She's terrible. Not much to say. She's just used to either beat someone worse they want cut, or feed her to someone they want to look good. So, her whole career, she's just awful. Simple as that. Back now at 33 years old. Would have been fine if she wasn't, so there you go. That's first fight, have Chanel Dyer -650 to +455. Yeah, kinda struggle to disagree with that. Dyer, one of the easiest picks on a card, not because she's good, because Elise Reed is fucking terrible. And could Reed get her here? I guess, but I would be pretty shocked if Reed won this fight, so I hope she does. I doubt she does, so. Dyer's much bigger by 3 inches, big reach advantage as well, 97% picked. Obviously I'm going Chanel Dyer. As much as I would love to pick against her, I don't care to throw a pick away here. Eventually I will when she does fight someone who I do think can actually beat her. But let's be honest, Elise Reed ain't beating her. She is going to either finish Elise in a round or 2 or just beat her easily over 15 minutes, so, which would be a first. Reed has never lost a decision, which is shocking how shit Elise Reed is. And, yeah, Chanel Dyer by decision. Pretty simple pick. Either she's going to get a knockout or a decision, and I'll say decision. I think she's just going to piece her up for 15 minutes, 1 to 30-27, and move on. But we'll see. And more importantly, I don't care. So, easy one for Dyer. She's terrible, but Reed is worse. And, why is it not on the Paris card? They want the more Brits on that card. Either way, yeah, Dyer decision. Not much to say. Reed's awful. Dyer will be exposed again in the future, and not much to say there. The great return of Elise Reed. And then after that we get to a fight that's even worse, if that's possible. Well, it is, because I'm looking right at it. I'm gonna waste so little time here, it's not even fucking funny. We have our second fight of the card, one of the worst fights of 2026, and just no fucking reason to do a fight like this. We have that middleweight in a complete can battle to see who's like the 3rd worst middleweight on the roster. We have Jackson the Moose McVeigh versus Wes Party Time Schultz. Fucking why? Just why? Someone said it before and I agreed, there's no point to do can fights. Their only job here is to lose to others, not fight each other. Unless it's a fun fight people want to see, no one wants to see this. I want to see these two get fed to fucking Suzurkayev and fucking Ryan Gondra or some shit. Not fight each other. I don't want to see one of these two go on a winning streak. They're fucking garbage. Jackson McVeigh is tall and shitty, beats Rodriguez Dumas to finally get a win. Congratulations, you still lost to Zachary's and Bruno Ferreira, not aging well. And Wes Schultz is 1-1, lost to Pinas, beat Ben Johnson, a fight he was completely losing, and he's just garbage, so simple. McVeigh is the favorite here, minus 175. He is much bigger by 3 inches. Same reach, somehow 71% on McVeigh. I guess McVeigh is better. I guess I'll pick him here. Give me Jackson McVeigh by decision here. He's probably better. I think Wes Schultz is fucking awful. And yeah, give me Jackson McVeigh by decision. If I have to pick who's better between two awful fighters, give me the guy who's bigger, fought better competition, and knows more than getting lucky with a submission. So, simple, no point to do can versus can fights. In this one, give me Jackson McVeigh by decision. I don't care. If you're gonna do this fight, do it in the Apex, and most importantly, don't do this fight! God damn. And then after that, we get to the first fight on the card. Actually having the Dyer fight might be better than this, but at least this one's okay. The first of a few debuts on this card as well, and one of the few fights that changed on short notice. We have our third fight of the card at lightweight. Is it still lightweight, or is it got moved up? No, it's lightweight. We have Gouge G Money Young versus Stan the Drill Dorsainville. I'm guessing that's how you would say that. Obviously, this was not the original plan for this fight. It was meant to be Cody Steele versus Young. Cody pulled out 2 weeks ago, I think. Stan steps in. In that scenario, as much as I'm fucking tired of short notice debuts, I'm okay with it. Fine. See what Stan can do here. For G Money, who we'll talk about first, obviously being the UFC vet of the two. Young in the UFC is 2-1 on a nice, on a winning streak, not a nice one, of Machete and Thiago Moises. Not good wins, but he's looked okay enough in those fights. Did lose to Evan Elder in his debut. What the fuck happened to Evan Elder? And he actually might be the case for doing the best versus South kill than anyone in the UFC so far, so good for him on Contender Series there. I don't think this guy's good at all. A lot of people like him. I don't get it, because he's like, is he funny and I'm just missing it? Like, I don't think much of him. I don't think he's that good at all. I think he's got very lucky with his last two fights of Machete, who's dog shit, and Thiago Moises, who at that point was just showing up for a paycheck and still didn't do too terribly, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I've seen nothing from Young yet that points at being some prospect, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out in the future. Not gonna find out much here against Stan Dorsainville, who, again, stepping in for Cody Steele. I was gonna pick Cody Steele pretty easily in this fight. Stan, I don't know, the unfair debut guy, I'll click on him. Not much you can take away from Stan here. 26 years old, 5'10", 76-inch reach, training out of some fucking camp no one's ever fucking heard of. Combat Club, who has a mascot. Okay, I'll give you respect there. No notable fighters have ever came out of here. Yeah, this dude is coming from LFA, which is decent. Did win a couple fights there, but no notable names on his record. 5-0. Some people try to hype this dude up. Maybe he is good. I hope he wins, but I have my doubts. Maybe this will be like a Dakota Hope situation where he will look decent, but just short nose and all that, needs more time to get better. But I don't know. I'm not seeing enough to make him up the pick here. So even against someone who I don't think is good, like Young, unless Stan was stepping in to fight one of the worst lightweights on the roster, I just struggle to make a case for him here. So not a great camp, no names on his record, small record at that, short notice. Good luck, is all I can say. Bang out to pretty much saying the same thing. Minus 155 for Young. Actually smaller than I thought he would be as a favorite. I was expecting him to be like almost probably minus 200, to be honest, so maybe those odds are more accurate. You tell me. 26 apiece years old. Stan has the height advantage by an inch and a gigantic reach advantage of 6 inches. God damn. But 75% going Young. And yeah, I'll join in. I'll pick Young for the first time here. Again, I don't think he's good. When he does fight someone better, again, Cody Steele, I will pick him to lose, and he probably will, but against a guy who's 5-0 and just is not showing any reason to really pick him, I'll go Young here. I'll take the pick. I won't throw a pick away. I could easily go pick Elise Reed and Stan to open the card, but I won't. I'll take the easy pick, especially after last week. Give me Gouge Young by decision. Dude's not really a finisher, but I don't know, maybe Stan goes down easily. We'll find out. Give me Young by decision. Not much to say. If the Stan dude's really good and he comes out there and wins, I hope, but I doubt. Give me Young by decision, who I was hoping to get exposed here, but that'll take more time, so not very much else to say. And yeah, give me Young by decision against the question mark that is Stan Dorsainville. So not very much else to say there. Then we get to the fun shit on this card, beginning with our fourth fight of it in the featherweight division, weight class that has two of the best fights on the card and two that should be on the main card like this one should be. We have in our fourth fight of the night. Is it a waste of time? Of course, but it's gonna be fun. We have Marcio Tikuto Barbosa versus Ryan the 3rd Street Savage Kuzi. Yeah, no shit, Marcio Barbosa's gonna win this fight. Who the fuck is Ryan Kuzi? A poor fucking soul is what I can say for having to have this fight. Do I get the point of this fight? No, this is fucking stupid to have Barbosa fight some random guy, but if it's what you can get for a Barbosa knockout, I'll take it. Barbosa, great prospect, killed Dennis Pazukia a few months ago in the debut, hits hard, good prospect, simple. Ryan Kuzi, do I need to click on his page? You're not winning this fight. It's that simple. You got 2 losses in the last. You lost to Cameron Smotherman. Yeah, that's. I don't need to say anything else. Next, minus 900 for Barbosa. Probably that actually feels low, to be honest. 28. You're 32 years old. Dude, this guy's gonna die. He is 3 inches taller than Barbosa and 3.5 inches in reach. From the goat shed, which ain't a bad camp, but it ain't gonna open mirror. 97% on Barbosa. Yeah, obviously Barbosa's gonna win this fight. Not the lock, could be, but he ain't. Give me Marcio Barbosa by knockout in the first. It's a step up from Dennis Pazukia. Kinda looks like him too. Yeah, what is there to say? Barbosa's a great prospect, just a waste of time. But if no one else would fight him, then I guess I get it, but he better be getting a big fight after this, so I feel for Kuzi. He has no fucking chance, but they got in the UFC, and yeah, at least he'll be on highlight reels for a long time, so Marcio Barbosa, knockout round 1, give him the performance bonus now. One more needs to be said there, so there you go. Then we get to a very good fight in our 5th fight of the night. Another fight that could be on the main card. We have a very good fight in the lightweight division between 2 of the better unranked guys in the division. We have our 5th fight at lightweight. Another very good fight. I thought they were going to come around eventually on this card, as we have Nazrat Hakparaz versus Chris Taco Padilla. This fight probably should have been on Noche, but I'm fine to see it Saturday night. It's a really good fight. Well, Nazrat back for his first time in almost a year. Padilla's a great prospect. It's gonna be good. What can you say? Gonna answer a lot of questions about kind of both guys. And, I'm excited. So, very good fight here. To talk about Nazrat first, who... What can you really say? Dude's been in the UFC forever as one of the better unranked and sometimes ranked guys in the division. Was on a winning streak for a while, but then Quillen Salco knocked his fucking teeth down his throat. And yeah, I'm not shocked he took a year off after that. We'll see how he bounces back from that. Never been KO'd like that. To come back like from something like that's insane. We'll see how Nazrat looks. Is his durability there? Is he a little more tense and worried to get hit after that? I don't know. We're gonna find out, because that's a shock to your fucking system, so we'll see how Nazrat bounces back from that. But we know how good Nazrat can be. He's a very good fighter. Not the most exciting at times, not a finisher, but he's good. He's well-rounded. He trains as a hobby, right? I believe. TriStar, yeah, so... You know, as shit as Eamon is, his brother's a good coach, and Nazrat's always been with them. I think he had GSP in his corner before, and, see what Nazrat can do here in the return, fighting another prospect, not to level with Sal killed, but still a very good prospect, that being Taco Padilla. Thank God they changed this topology photo. He ain't Eric Andre anymore. Still undefeated in the UFC. Has had a very good UFC run so far. Really, he should be 4-1. He did kind of lose to Jai Herbert, but outside of that, beat James Lontop, Rongju. How good is that when aging? Ismael Bonfim, and he beat Marquel Medeiros. We know that. Dude's good. He's shown, like the Jai Herbert fight, he did look vulnerable and just did not show up that fight. Even Medeiros, he didn't look perfect, still won. dude's a good prospect. I think we're seeing his level, and this will definitely determine his level. Even if he wins this fight, I'm still starting to struggle to see if this guy is top 15 level. I think he's good, but could you see him fighting top 15 guys if how he's looked so far and winning? I don't know. Like, legit top 15 guys, not fucking Grant Dawson and Manuel Torres. Of course he would beat them, but like the good, like Fiziev even. Like, I don't know. I think he has talent, but is he a really good unranked guy, or can he get that second level? We're gonna find out in a fight against Nazrat Akparaz. We'll answer that question. We'll get Southkilled again. Him doing that to Nazrat shot him up into where he is now, so just gotta wait and see what happens here. So Taco's good, but how good? We find that out Saturday night. It is a pick'em on the odds, even I think Taco might be a favorite right now, but either way, I kind of do agree with it being a pick'em, to be honest. Nazrat fighting on his birthday, good for him, 31-30. Nazrat has an inch in reach, but Taco has 2 inches in reach. Nazrat has an inch in height. 73% going Padilla. I feel like Nazrat's always a bit underappreciated on picks, but this is time I will agree. I'm gonna go Padilla here. Not confident, but I do think he can win this fight again. Nazrat coming off that knockout, is getting older. How does he look? We'll see. Padilla, I think, is going to be pissed off after that Medeiros bullshit. The dude's good. I think he's going to prove he's pretty fucking legit here. Give me Chris Padilla by decision here. A finish in this fight seems a bit unlikely. Nazrat, yeah, I know he just got knocked out early, but I don't think Padilla has that power, and vice versa. Nazrat is not a finisher, so more than likely going full 15. Probably gonna be a split like every Nazrat fight. Gonna be a good fight as well. And I'm gonna say Taco Padilla gets the win in it. I think he's really good, and we're gonna find out if he gets checked here, that he's not to this level, or he passes with flying colors like he has so far in the UFC. So I'm intrigued, I'm excited, and give me Taco Padilla by decision. Very good fight here. Can Nazrat bounce back? Can Taco show he's legit? I'm gonna say the latter happens. Give me Taco to beat the better Kelvin Gastelum, and yeah, watch out for head kicks. The best advice for Nazrat. So give me Padilla to show he's legit, and very good fight. Could easily be on the main card, and I don't think anyone would complain. Very good fight. And then we have the complete opposite, a very bad fight that I'm going to complain about because it's a shitty fight. As we go to our co-main event of the prelims in the heavyweight division. Another fight a lot like McVeigh and Schultz, where it's kind of just fuck it, throw your hands up and guess. Yeah, I would say that's this fight in a goddamn nutshell, maybe even more. Thinking about it, probably being the hardest fight to pick on the card. We have in our co-main event the prelims at heavyweight, kind of a meme battle for being honest. We have Shamil Zablob Gaziev versus Kennedy Chosen, that's a new nickname, and Zechiku. Well, you're chosen to be asked, because that's what he's been in the UFC. Yeah, very intriguing fight here. Two guys who you really don't want to pick because they never show up at their best, and mainly because they're not good. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to picking this one. Gaziev, what can you really say? He's a meme for a reason. Is he a terrible fighter? Kind of. Like, he's not the worst heavyweight, obviously, but he's just, on a losing streak right now to Waldo and Brando. Brando fight was great. I'm amazed Gaziev is back already after that fight. That fight was amazing, one of the best ones of the year. And I'll give him that. He's fought back-to-back killers, so good on him. Beat some cans a few in the other two fights. Yeah, he had not beaten anyone good and it's got exposed badly against everyone he's fought, but we're seeing what level he is. He can beat cans, he can't beat any of the top guys, and he's not top 15 level. Him being ranked for as long as he was is fucking stupid, so good to see him now unranked and in a more realistic fight. That fight being against the former light heavyweight, who might be even worse at heavyweight somehow, Kendi Nzechukwu, who really should be 3-1 at heavyweight, but yeah, Chris Burnett, Lucas Bresky, and Marcus Buchecha, not good. Vulture Walker, okay, I'll give you that one. He is the same as Nzechukwu. For one fight he looks really good, the next fight he's struggling with Marcus Buchecha. He's just not that fucking good. He at light heavyweight, we saw flashes of a guy who could be really good, and he just turned out to be a fucking disappointment. He kept losing fights he shouldn't have lost, and he's just either sometimes he doesn't throw enough, sometimes he doesn't have the right game plan. Dude has good power. He's not a terrible fighter, but his chin's fucking debatable. His grappling ain't great. I don't know if it's like worries or whatever. He just shits himself in a fight, and now he's just doing the same shit he was doing at light heavyweight, winning some, losing some, been doing this shit. So he's just such a frustrating fighter because he had the potential to be really good, and he just shit it away year after year. So the dude beat Carlos Ulberg. Like, the dude's not bad, but dude, he had a win over Carlos Ulberg and lost to OSP in 2024. What needs to be said there? So I don't know. Gaziev is the favorite here at -130. Yeah, this should probably be a pick'em. I don't hate those odds, but probably should be a pick'em. 36-34. Kennedy's only an inch taller. I feel like that's a bit bullshit. I feel like he's much taller. 83-78.5 inches, so no shocker there for Kennedy. And 62% going Shamil. You can make a case for either guy just because their opponent sucks. I'm gonna go Gaziev here. He feels like the right pick. I could see this being a classic Gaziev win, kind of like the Dontel Mays fight where he just cuddles him to death. Gaziev's not a terrible striker. He has some power. He hurt Brando pretty good. I don't know how much he's gonna want to get into a fire fight after that Brando fight, let alone of Kendi and Nzechukwu, so we'll see there, but I think if Gaziev can fight somewhere and just do what he did to Dontel Mays, I think he could easily win this fight. It's not going to be exciting, but I think he could kind of easily just grapple him and beat him. If he tries to strike with him, it might go really bad, but we'll see. Again, on the other hand, Kennedy could stop takedowns and just piece him up or knock him out, so it's a low-level heavyweight fight. Well, what do you really expect? You're not going to be confident in either side, so you kind of just gotta pick what you either pick and pray or pick who you think's better. And I'll pick who I think's better. I think Gaziev's better. Truly, not by much, but I do think he's better. So, give me Shamil Gaziev to get the win here. I'm gonna say probably a decision. I think he gets back to grappling and just holds Kennedy down for 3 rounds. It's not gonna be exciting. It's not gonna be good, but I think that's the best path for Shamil to go with. Could he get a submission? Sure. Could he get a knockout? Sure. But I'm gonna say he gets him down and keeps him there. Give me Gaziev by decision. Do you need a win? I don't think he would get cut if he lost here anyway, but still, yeah, give me Gaziev by decision here. Maybe I could change to a submission, but I don't know about that one. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Volky and Kennedy fighting another grappler, or someone who should grapple. That's all I can say. Gaziev should do that. So, Gaziev by decision, take him down 3 rounds and win. Hopefully he does, and that's that. So, low-level heavyweight. Your guess is as good as mine. And then we hit the featured prelim. This one, another banger in the featherweight division that should be on the main card. We have another great featherweight Brazilian prospect with great power, as we have in our featured prelim. And pretty much the exact same thing as the Marcio Barboza fight, or as easy to predict. We have Jamal Pretty Boy Emmers versus Larion the Gunslinger Douglas. So good to see Larion Douglas back already, and catching another body. He knocked out Julian Erosa in the debut, and he's gonna knock out Jamal Emmers pretty easily here. No need to really sugarcoat it. Jamal Emmers is just cannon fodder here. He's not terrible, but Nate Landwehr knocked him out since he's PKO'd Gabriel Miranda, okay, and beat Heider Mule in a boring fight. Yeah, he's 37 years old. He's just here to get knocked the fuck out. Let's call a spade a spade. Larion Douglas is not getting fraud checked by Jamal Emmers, and yeah, what needs to be said here, Jamal is just cannon fodder here. Larion Douglas, one of the best prospects in the division right now, and that says a lot of how many prospects are in this division right now that are really good. And yeah, dude, really good, great power, gonna win, simple. Minus 400 for Larion should be bigger, around the same thing as Barboza's odds, maybe like minus 800. I want to be fair. Emmers is taller by an inch. He's older by 6 years, bigger by 2 inches in reach as well. But 95% going to Larion, and I will agree. Give me Larion Douglas by knockout in the first. What really needs to be said here? He's gonna put Emmers out. He's gonna do what he did to Erosa, pick him apart and put him down. Pretty simple. Larion Douglas is really good, and he ain't getting fraud checked by Jamal Emmers, so there you go. Pretty simple, and great way to end the prelims with a fight that should be on the main card, so not much else to say there, and that's that. Simple. And that is that for the prelims. They end okay. Barboza and Douglas are good. Nazareth in the middle, cool. Gaziev, that could be alright. Card opens like shit. This is like, if you told me this was a fucking LFA card, I'd be like, yeah, it looks like it. This, yeah, garbage here, but then you get to the shit that's okay here. They could be alright. Not the order I'd pick them to be in, but you know, it's what it is. It could be alright. I think it might be fine. Again, at least Barboza and Douglas are going to give you a performance bonus winning the knockouts. And see where we go from there. So, see if the main card can carry the momentum of at least those two getting great knockouts into it. So let's get into 6 more fights on the main card. Beginning with a fight that is just... Can we call it a waste of time, or can we say we just saw it 2 weeks ago? As we have in the heavyweight division, the first debut of the Contender Series season this year. We have opening the main card at heavyweight, Anthony Bow Down Wint versus Terrence the Answer Chapman. Well, Terrence, it was nice knowing you. We saw this fight 2 weeks ago on Contender Series, and it's going to be the exact same thing. Anthony Wint, knockout round 1, the lock of the night, to take me to 23-5, I think? They're 22 or 23, I forget, which I am at, and, yeah, he's just going to do the same thing. Chapman is not some great prospect. He's just a fat dude, 5-1. Not very good, from what I've just looking at his record. Yeah, he's cannon fodder. What more can you really say? You're gonna get fucked up. Simple. So, minus 1,000 for Anthony Wint should be bigger favorite. Dude's a legit prospect, and he locks the night for a reason. So, he's good. He's gonna win. Simple. There you go. Chapman is much taller, I'll give him that, but yeah, he's gonna get fucked up here at 98% going Wint. Obviously, I agree. Give me Anthony Wint by knockout in the first, the lock of the night. Again, he'll either just knock him out standing or do what he did on Contender Series, throw him on the ground and TKO him. So, simple. Chapman literally just got signed to get his ass beat. And, yeah, not really much more to say there, so. Simple. Same thing Bilal Hassan's gonna do next week, so. Happy these guys are already debuting. And then we get to our second fight of the main card. And this is one I will even agree probably shouldn't be on the main card. It's not a bad fight, but like Douglas Barbosa, really? Like, again, that's coming from me. I defend WMA, and I don't care if it's on the main card, but I'm not gonna complain about it too much. Good to see him getting a spotlight as we have our second fight of the main card in the women's flyweight division. We have Crispy Carly Judice versus Jesla Abraba Chavez. Yeah, not much to say here. Again, shouldn't be on the main card, really, but I'm not too upset about it. Good to see Judice get the spotlight, and gonna be getting a win here. I wish she was getting a ranked opportunity here, but yes, it is what it is. Is on a good winning streak of Dubin, Calari, and Juliana Miller. No great names, but wins, and mainly finishes. She's good. She's getting better every fight, a legit prospect, and, yeah. She hopefully is getting either a ranking or a ranked fight after this one, if not both. So I think she'd be getting a ranked fight here, but we're not that lucky. And she is fighting the undefeated Jesla Chavez, quote, because she lost on Contender Series, so really she is 6-1, but still not a bad record. Beat UNC Dubin in her debut, where she looked not ready for the UFC. Yeah, I said after that fight, either they're going to bring Chavez along slowly, or they're going to throw her into a fight she is not ready for, and they did the latter. Yeah, she's not ready for this fight. She struggled against Dubin a decent amount, and is just not ready for a fight like this at all. She's not terrible, but she's not ready. She should be fighting like your Juliana Millers and your shitty fighters, not maybe the best unranked fighter in the division. So yeah, I guess they don't. I'm just guessing they don't see anything in Chavez, and they're just gonna be like, well, let's either she's gonna have a fun fight, or just gonna go out there and make Judice look good. Because if they actually think she's gonna win, or they want to build her up, this ain't how you do it. So good luck to her, but it ain't gonna work out for her. That it will officially be gone after this one, so there you go. Betting after this fight, agree. Carly Judice minus 500 plus 380. Yep, kind of like the Dyer fight, one of more confident picks on the card. Not just kind of simple, and not because Chavez sucks, just that she's not ready. 27-29. 5, so Judice has an inch in height and same reach, and 86% picked here for Crispy Carly, and I will agree. Again, give me Carly Judice by decision. She'll just piece her up and win. Chavez is tough, so I doubt she'll get finished here, but Judice should just piece her up and get the win here. And again, Chavez ain't bad, but unless she got really good and improved all her issues in 2 months, 3 months, she ain't beating Carly Judice. So give me Carly by decision, get the win here, and hopefully get a ranking opportunity after this. And yeah, not really much else to say there, so pretty simple. And yeah, UFC defeating Chavez to the Wolves. Good to see Judice get another win on the winning streak, and give me Carly Judice by decision. Simple. Could be a banger. Could truly be a banger. I hope it's half as good as Chavez, as both these two had on Contender Series. Speaking of a banger, that's really the only thing this next fight is good for, or this guy in it is good for. And we have our third fight of the main card in the lightweight division. We have in the lightweight division the fight that will probably be the fight of the night in our third fight of the main card. And we have Marquel Medeiros versus Mason the Dragon Jones. Yeah, might as well just give this fight of the night now, because it's a Mason Jones fight, so that's kind of self-explanatory. I'm not high on Mason Jones, but dude's very entertaining, I'll give him that. Marco Medeiros, we talked about him earlier, lost to Chris Padilla, and I'm guessing this is a punishment for that bullshit. Good luck, is all I can say. Medeiros has not been great in the UFC. In his few wins, he looked okay, beating awful opponents. Then fought Padilla, clearly lost, and now is getting fed to Mason Jones here. Yeah, Medeiros ain't a prospect. We can just call a spade a spade. The dude is not really a prospect, and this is just the UFC sealing that if the Padilla fight didn't show that enough. So, guess the UFC is over Medeiros as well, which is pretty good to see, because he ain't that good. Fighting Mason Jones, who I'm still not high on being a good fighter or anything, but he's very entertaining. 3-0 since coming back. Sola, Stevens, O'Keefe. The Sola fight was great. Actually, I think Sola's better than Medeiros. And, he's gonna have a fun fight and win. So, again, I don't think Mason's that good, and I think he's gonna get exposed again when he fights a goddamn legit opponent, but till then, he's just gonna keep doing this shit for a minute, so pretty simple. Obviously, I said come back after he got cut in his first UFC run, because he sucked then, and he sucked then, now he still sucks, but he's very entertaining, so kind of a double-edged sword in that regard. And he's the best fighter from Wales ever, so whatever fucking award that gets you, good for him. So simple. Minus 260 favorite here for Mason Jones. I agree, should probably be a bit bigger. I mean, like minus 320 would probably make sense, but not a big deal. 29 to 31, 5'10 apiece, 74-inch reach for Jones to 69.5, and 93% going Jones here. I agree. Again, give me Mason Jones here by decision. Gonna be a fun fight. He's gonna win it. Nothing new. Yeah, he's just better than Medeiros. Medeiros, A, is not gonna be ready for a war like this, and B, is just not very good. So, if Mason lost here, would I be happy to an extent? I would be very happy, because, again, I don't like him. I think he's fucking terrible, but he's exciting, and I'd be fine if he lost, but he ain't going to. So, give me Mason Jones by decision here. It's gonna be a fun fight, gonna be the fight of the night, and gonna be a Mason Jones win here. So he could finish him, but I doubt he does. Getting Mason Jones by decision. Not really much else to say there, and we already have our fight of the night. Not much else to say then. And then after that, I guess you want to call this, we get to the big three of the card, even though putting this in any big three, or maybe the Apex prelims, that would be the only thing it would be big in, as we had the featured fight of the main card, which got moved down from the co-main, which is great because it's fucking garbage. We have in our featured fight of the main card that should be on the prelims, but for some reason is pure. We have that light heavyweight, a double move-up fight that not a soul cares about. We have Renier the Quitter versus Roman the Lidze. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. I don't give a fuck. Renier the Ritter sucks. He's fucking garbage. Moving up to light heavyweight, he's gonna suck. Roman the Lidze, how he's still here? Garbage. Simple. Yeah, Renier's gonna win. No shocker there. Is he gonna look impressive doing it? I fucking doubt it. He's garbage. It's that simple. He's just garbage. It's probably gonna be a pretty whatever fight. A lot of grappling, and knowing the Ritter, he'll find a way to get clipped because he has no chin, no heart. He might quit on the stool, who knows. And yeah, this fight's garbage. Two guys, this should be in PFL. This should be a PFL like fucking co-main. but for some reason the UFC thinks anyone cares about Renier Ritter after that Brennan Allen embarrassment, so the dude's garbage. Rome Galitsky is... How is he still fucking here? I have no idea. And, yeah, the Ritter decision. I don't care. Thank God this got moved down from the co-main. Should get moved down to the prelims, but I don't think we're that lucky, so... Just garbage, no matter the weight class. This fight fucking sucks. And then we get to what is the co-main event of the evening. The only other fight on the card to have a ranking in, so it should be the co-main, and it is better than a Renier Ritter fight. As much as that says is up to you. As we have in our co-main event of the evening at heavyweight in the top 15, we have Sergey the Polar Bear Spivak versus Vitor Petrino. You know, I could go the rest of my life without ever watching another Sergey Spivak fight. I'd be happy. But I guess we gotta watch this bum again. Polar Bear versus Bodybuilder. Not a great fight at all. Sergey Spivak, the UFC still wants to be a thing, even though he's just terrible. Did beat Ante Delija last time out, but that just shows how awful Ante Delija is. Lost a couple fights, beat Tybura. Dude's not good. Like, the fact that he's been this, like, top ranked heavyweight for so long just shows the division, man. The dude's awful. Call a spade a spade. Sergey Spivak is garbage. That's just how bad heavyweight is. Truly. After Vitor Petrino, he's a bodybuilder who has done... He was a bodybuilder at light heavyweight. He's a big bodybuilder at heavyweight. And he's an undefeated heavyweight. Excuse me. He's an undefeated heavyweight. Beating Austin Lane, Thomas Peterson, and Steven Asplund. Not great wins. Asplund might be better than Spivak, to be honest. But, you know, wins are wins. Now in the top 15 of the division with the new rankings. I think he's like 11th or some shit. He looks better at heavyweight, I'll give him that. He's still, like, obviously he isn't good, and he ain't gonna do shit in the division outside of beating lower level guys like Asplund and Spivak, but, you know, he's better. He still isn't good, but, you know, heavyweight. If you're a shitty light heavyweight, move up to heavyweight, and you have a pretty good chance of probably being decent, so, there you go. Bang out the first fight, has Petrino minus 170 to plus 140. Yeah, can't disagree too much there. Spivak's gonna be an inch taller only. Wow, 78 to 7, so a half an inch in height, 31 to 28 years old, and 50, so pretty much a 50-50 on the picks. Petrino, small 51%. I'm gonna agree with that 51%. I'm going Vitor Petrino here. Spivak's garbage. Not saying Petrino's good, but Spivak is just shit. Let's call it what it is, and I'm going Vitor Petrino here. He's better, I really think, and I think he can kind of just do what he did against Asplund. Be the better striker, keep it standing, and win. So, could he knock out Spivak? Yeah, because Spivak's chin is definitely a bit debatable, but I'm going to say he doesn't. I'm going to say he beats him over 15 minutes. So give me Vitor Petrino by decision. He should just be the better fighter like he was against Asplund. So not really too much to say there. And see what happens here. Could he just get held down or beat here because he's terrible? Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked with Petrino. But I'm going to say he's going to be better and wins. So maybe Vitor Petrino by decision, and heavyweight co-main. You hate to see it, so can we make fucking Mason Jones or Leon Douglas the co-main? Anthony Wint would be better. Give me Petrino by decision. Not a great co-main at all. Still better than De Ritter at least. And then finally we hit the main event of the evening. In the middleweight division, the fight that keeps us from being a shitty Apex card, we have a very good middleweight main event in the top 15 of the division in Sacramento. We have to end UFC Sacramento on a bang. At middleweight, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. Really good main event here. Like, nothing bad you could say about it. Fluffy's back. Robocop's always great to see. What do you really need? What else do you really need? Predictable main event? Yes, obviously Robocop's gonna win, but it'll be fun at least. Fluffy's first fight since Strickland exposed him. It sucks to see Fluffy's run over, but at least he had it. It was fun, but yeah, he's just not gonna do shit else in the UFC outside just win some and lose some. He had his run. It almost feels like we talked about him beating Hamza more than we talked about him beating the other top contenders, and maybe he could still beat Hamza, but can he beat guys who can punch him in the body? Don't seem like it. Again, it's nice that Fluffy had his run, but time is time on him, because the man across the cage from him is gonna beat him and take his ranking, that being Violent Obama, Gregory Rodriguez. Another main event for him after that Cannonier fight did not go his way, since he's just been taking souls, Kopylov, Ferreira, and Hermanson. The dude's good. Obviously his striking is just terrifying how powerful he is. He can't grapple. Of course his weakness is the cardio, but will the fight go long enough for that to be an issue? I have my doubts, so we'll see there, but yeah, he should win this fight. He's gonna win this fight. And what more really needs to be said here? So, great main event. Very excited for it. And really the worst thing I can say about it is the betting odds are fucking stupid. Fluffy should not be the favorite here. If you want to make it a pick'em, sure, but yeah, Robocop should be the favorite. Let's be honest. 32-34. Robocop's 3 inches taller. Same reach, really. And wow, 54% going Fluffy. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Fluffy's only path to victory here is hoping he can extend the fight into the third. Can he survive 10 minutes of Robocop? I say no. I'm gonna say fuck no. So, give me Robocop by knockout in a second. Probably a body shot, to be honest. He should put Fluffy down pretty soundly. Either a body shot or just a normal Robocop big head strike knockout. He's just better. Fluffy had his run, but time to move on from that. He ain't gonna be able to cuddle Robocop to death. Give me Robocop by knockout in a second. Not very much to say there. I did not think Robocop would join like the top 6 or so in his division. Is he really that level? Debatable. Well, fucking middleweight level, he might be top 3. But he's good. He's gonna win. Sucks to see Fluffy's run end, but time to move on. Robocop knockout round 2 to end Sacramento on a high. Not very much else you can say there. Good main event to end a very weird card. That being said, boom. That's the breakdown. To go over my picks one more time. Chanel Dyer by decision. Jackson McVeigh by decision. Gouge Young by decision. Marcel Barboza by knockout in the first. Chris Padilla by decision. Shamil Gaziev by decision. Leon Douglas by knockout in the first. Anthony Went by locks of night by knockout in the first. Carly Judice by decision. Mason Jones by decision. Renier de Quitter by decision. Vitor Petrino by decision. And Robocop Rodriguez knockout in the second. Bang. Yeah, again, another card of a lot of decisions, but I struggle to pick many other fights that could be a finish. Petrino, maybe. Doubt it with those two. Gaziev, I guess, if I had to pick one more, either Gaziev or McVeigh, probably. Or Dyer, but I don't know. Maybe I will, depending on what happens with the weigh-ins, but more than likely I'll stick with this. Obviously I'm gonna be wrong because there's not gonna be that many decisions, but you never know, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, to predict the bonuses, pretty simple. Performance bonus to Douglas and Barboza, 5 of the night to Mason Jones. Predictable as predictable gets. And not really much more to say there. So again, the card ain't great, but it's not terrible. It has some good, has some bad. I think it'll be fine. It's gonna be better than 330 at least. And we'll see what happens. So it's back to Sacramento. Still wish there was some Team Alpha Male guys on the card because, you know, that actually makes sense. But whatever. And yeah, we'll see what happens in Sacktown. So not very much else to say there. And that's about that. So is there anything else to add? Not that I know of, so that being said, it seems like the only thing left to be said is, as always, RX out. Good vibes only.